Don't worry, I'm not just going to talk about the winners. Stick around to the end, and we're going to talk a little Marcel Hirscher. This past weekend, the World Cup season officially kicked off in Sölden, Austria, and I've got to tell you, we had two totally awesome ski races. The first race being won by Federica Brignone after Michaela Schifrin had a pretty solid lead on her after the first run. I thought she was going to be able to hold on to it, but Brignone tracked her down. Let's take a look at how she did it. I've got both Michaela and Feta linked up here on the bottom part of the pitch. Michaela left, Feta on the right. Right away, you can see that Michaela has got less elevation at the gate than Feta does. See right here, she's a little lower in the line. Feta's a little higher up. But speed-wise, they're about the same. Michaela is keeping the same pace as Feta, even though she has less elevation. Really nice sync up here. You can see Michaela's getting to that new ski just a touch earlier, but maybe that pinching on the gate is getting to her and doesn't allow her to take the speed onto the flat that Feta does, which she gains right down here. Here's that last little bit of pitch. Now it mellows out a bit, but there's still speed to be had. Right there was the last time Feta put any kind of braking into her turn, the last kind of skidding. Now we got both girls resynced up the finish, but you can see that Feta just straight up has more miles per hour, kilometers per hour than Michaela, which is what she uses to bring her all the way through the finish line and put about 8/10 into her from that second intermediate down through the finish line. Now let's do a slow motion of those crucial gates. Right here, there's a little bit of a spray at the top of that turn. She stings into it, but connects the skis in the fall line. And from that moment on, there's no more spray coming off the skis. Feta's keeping the skis in the fall line, and she's taking maximum speed down to that flat and all the way across and through into the finish line. And that is how you win ski races. There's a point in every ski racer's run where they hit that point where they can see it from here on out. I can take all the speed I want to the finish line. It almost feels like a reckless abandon thing where you're like, I'm not going to break. I'm going arc to arc from here to the bottom, and it's going to be what it's going to be. And in this case for Feta, it was the win. Now let's move it over to Steen Olsen, who actually won the race the same way Feta did. He was able to take more speed off the bottom than anyone else. But first, when he came into the start, he was looking good. He was smooth, he was fluid in his movements, some really great skiing out of him. But these gates at the top are not the story. It was down on the pitch and then coming onto the flat where Steen really made his move. Let's take a look at that. This is a really great view of Steen coming down that pitch. And you can see he's running a big butter turn where he's sliding the whole ski at the top of the turn, getting that thing powered up until he's got enough grip to bring it back across. He's not able to be perfectly clean at the top of the end of those turns, but he doesn't need to be. Now right here, in that delay, there's that last little tiny stiff, and from that point on is where he pours it into the finish. He releases the skis. He only engages them in the fall line. Here's a replay of it again. Okay, there's a little tiny stiff there, comes across clean. Now watch this, just a little setup stiff. All he does is just get his direction going, and then boom, connects those skis, and that's the last time he breaks till the finish line. Right here, he's able to just deviate those skis, get them over, get to the fall line first, then pressure, bring it across. Here's another good one, good look at it. Pressure the skis and carry every bit of speed he could down to the finish line. Well, if you were watching in real time like I was, you were watching his splits at the bottom just dig into people. And you could see it in the speed. I think he was 2 or 3 kilometers per hour up on the next person, just like Feta was. Great skiing from Steen. Huge congratulations to a kid who kind of had a monkey on his back from last season, not being able to come through after winning a bunch of first runs. In this race, he was able to pull it off. Huge elation. Big congratulations to the whole Norwegian team. Great job out there. Let's move on to Marcel Hirscher. His coming out of retirement has got to be the biggest story in ski racing and maybe one of the coolest things I've ever seen as a ski racing fan. Here he is on the pitch coming down, and you can see that he's still got it. I love his technique, his style. There's that beautiful Marcel Hirscher position that we've been missing for so long. I love the double hand pump. He's still got that. That's his recentering move. That's making sure he's engaged coming into the new turn, strong on the outside ski. It definitely looks like he's still got it. That being said, he did look a little sluggish on the first run on the pitch. You can see here he's clearly below the gate, right? Coming in there, look, his pressure's much lower than the groove. Bringing across, watch how he slides through where other people are getting that ski engaged and coming across the hill. He slides through that section. One more time, let's look at the same clip. just a little low coming into the gate. The pressure's below. You can see his apex is out here, which is well below the gate. When he's at his best form, that apex is going to be up here just above the gate, and he's going to be cutting through clean. Definitely not his best skiing we've ever seen, but that's to be expected. It's still incredible that he's out, and I think that as he builds his confidence and kind of gets back in the racing groove, he's going to have something to show us in the future, and I am looking forward to it a lot. Next up, we got Gurgle. I do expect Marcel to be much more competitive in the slalom. Thanks for watching Ski Dad TV. I love doing World Cup analysis, and doing these side-by-side comparisons does take a bit of work. So if this is worth something to you, please consider a donation to the channel. It really helps a lot, and it makes it worthwhile for me to continue to do this stuff. But until then, keep shredding out there.